Yes, sir. We gonna tap in. We gonna tap in. We gonna talk about it. But before we get into, what we gotta talk about, I want y'all to do me a favor. I want y'all to run to all streaming platforms right now. I want y'all to stream, give us a spin. Stream the new single that just came out. Myself, D'Angelo Xavier, got some on all streaming platforms. It's the first single coming from the joint project, Days on York, Nights in Norfolk. It's coming very, very soon. I think around August. This is the first single. But yeah, we gonna get into it though, man. What's up with y'all though, man? We about to, draft coming up. We gonna spend our, our daily lives, things of that nature. Things about to get back in its proper perspective, as I like to say. But yeah, man, we definitely here. We definitely here. The Philadelphia Eagles, go Birds, keep doing your thing, LB. You the best in the bit. I appreciate you, Lewis. I appreciate that. You know what I mean? The Birds definitely might have found their solution at tight end too. Let's talk about that for a second. You know what I mean? CJ Uzomah, you know what I mean? Bengals guy, Jets guy. I like the size for real, 6'5". I think he was a big boy, like 257 or something like that. And I don't want to sound crazy, but I think this guy, when healthy, is on the level of Dallas Goedert. Now, he might be up there in age a little bit. You know what I mean? He might be a little older than Dallas Goedert. But it is what it is, man. I think this guy, when healthy, though, is a guy we all could get behind and say, well, I understand why the Philadelphia Eagles went out there and got this guy as a tight end, too. Because I'm on record saying that I believe the Philadelphia Eagles have to prioritize tight end 2 over wide receiver 3. You know what I mean? That was my assessment. You know what I mean? We got to prioritize tight end 2, over wide receiver 3. And a lot of people don't agree with that. You know what I mean? A lot of people didn't see it my way. But I feel like, when you look at who your offensive coordinator is this time and what Kellen Moore brings to the table, you know what I mean? Those twin tight end packages hold really, really well for the Philadelphia Eagles and what we like to do. You know what I mean? Hold really, really well for the Philadelphia Eagles and what we like to do. And this is a really, really good tight end class coming out the draft. Now, CJ Uzomah, he's not, I would have wanted us to draft a tight end for sure. But does this mean we're not going to draft a tight end? I'm not going to say that's what this means, but I'm kind of on the fence with it, man. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do with tight end. I don't know if we feel like we addressed it, but the bottom line is this, man. When Dallas Goedert misses games, the tight end is just not in play. A lot of people say Grant Calcaterra, he's still young and things like that. Well, when has Grant Calcaterra had a breakout game? He's had opportunities. Dallas Goedert has missed games. Dallas Goedert misses games. On average, Dallas Goedert might miss 2 games a season. So there's been opportunity for Calcaterra to come out there and be a force. I just haven't seen it yet. We need somebody that's going to step in. If Dallas Goedert missed games, you know what I mean? We need somebody that's going to still be effective in the passing game for the Philadelphia Eagles at that tight end 2 position. So, and the way that they're making tight ends now coming out the game, out of college, I mean, these guys can stretch the field. These guys can play running back. It's a number of guys who I really, really like. Everybody's going to point to Bowers, guys like that. But, there's about a good, strong tight ends who I really would love to see in Midnight Green. You know what I'm saying? And plus, I think Paris Campbell, Miss Stovall, what's up? Plus, I think Paris Campbell is a valuable option at tight end, too. I think you could get away with having Paris Campbell there. You know what I'm saying? CJ could definitely be a starter on another team. Yeah, he could definitely be a starter on another team for sure. You know what I mean? He's 31, though. What slowed CJ Uzomah down was, the injury he got that year. I believe the Bengals went to the Super Bowl. Then he's good friends with Aaron Rodgers, so that explains how he got to the Jets. And he was a security blanket for a little bit for Zach Wilson for a couple games this season. So, I'm not mad. I'm not mad that we signed him. You know what I mean? I'm just thinking long term, like, you need to go get you one of these young guys out of the draft. You know what I mean? Somebody, But I will say this about CJ Uzomah: the personality, the charismatic traits that he holds. You know what I mean? Just understanding. You know what I mean? Being a leader. He's led the team out the locker room with some crazy speeches before out there in Cincinnati and things like that. So I ain't mad at it. You know what I mean? I'm not mad at it. I'm not opposed to it. This Koolaid thing, man. Koolaid McKinstry, cornerback, it's picking up steam, man. And I'm kind of torn between Cooper Dejean and Koolaid. I'll explain why. I like Koolaid because Koolaid has played against some top competition. You know what I mean? He was doing it week in and week out in the conference that he was in college. And you know, on the outside, I think that's where that's where McKinstry thrives. He thrives on the outside. You could put him out there on the island. He's a dog. He steps his game up depending on who he's playing. And you know, and in a perfect world, I talked to my guy D'Angelo about this earlier, D'Lo. He was saying, you know, the pair McKinstry and Ringo would be crazy, but they both got to pan out for that to happen. I think that Cooper Dejean, you know, although a lot of people don't agree with it at 22, but Cooper Dejean is just a football player. I think Cooper Dejean can, you know what I'm saying? Now, they're both similar. I think McKinstry played basketball. They're both athletes, but Cooper Dejean can play safety. He can play slot. He can play outside corner. He lined up in the outside most of the time in college. So the knock that he can't play on the outside is I mean, whoever's saying that is wrong. You know what I mean? I haven't heard nobody. Well, I heard a couple people on Twitter say that, but the knock that he can't play on the outside, I think, is just wrong. You know what I mean? He could play everywhere. You know what I mean? He could return punts. He got game-winning punt returns. You know, this guy is, you know what I mean, on the defensive side of the ball, a jack of all trades. A jack of all trades on the defensive side of the ball. So I'm kind of torn with it, man. You know, McKinstry, Koolaid, I think people will be more pleased at Koolaid in the first round. But I think in the second round, people would like to see a Cooper Dejean. They don't want to pick him in the first round for some reason. But you know, the Philadelphia Eagles, man, they just don't do really well at drafting some of these back-end players. I don't know if it is, I don't know if we overthinking it or whatever the case may be, but we just don't do good. You know what I mean? We just don't do good at drafting these players. So I would rather pay somebody, pay a safety like you did Gardner Johnson, but that's not Howie Roseman's strong suit. I think it was bleedinggreen.com. I went on their website, you know, bleedinggreen.com. They have like the all Howie Roseman draft, like the best players Howie Roseman has drafted by position. And I wrote it down and I took some notes to tell you, you know, to let you know why I'm nervous about us picking, you know, certain positions high. So in the Howie Roseman draft, the best quarterback, you know, that he drafted since in his tenure would probably be Jalen Hurts. You know, it's the guy he drafted. This guy went to the Super Bowl, played the whole regular season, went to the Super Bowl, all-pro season, all of that stuff. He drafted Hurts, he drafted Wentz, and I think he drafted Foles. But a lot of people will say that Jalen Hurts has surpassed what both of them have done. You know what I mean? Even though Foles won the Super Bowl, you know what I mean? Foles don't win that Super Bowl without Carson Wentz's regular season. You know what I mean? And Carson Wentz had a great regular season, which a lot of quarterbacks do, but couldn't play it out in the playoffs because he got hurt. Jalen Hurts played it all the way out. Regular season, all-pro, you know what I mean? Second in MVP voting, you know what I mean? Lost in one of the greatest Super Bowl games ever played. So, you know, Jalen Hurts would be, you know, the best quarterback he's drafted. Miles Sanders would be the best running back he's drafted. You know what I mean? Now, that's not really that crazy. Miles Sanders was a Pro Bowl 1,000-yard season, but, you know, I think Howie Roseman understands that I neglect that position, so let me go grab Saquon Barkley. You know what I'm saying? Mansa Musa, what up? McKinstry is more sticky. Dejean is an all-around playmaker. Yeah, I agree. You know what I'm saying? The best wide receiver Howie Roseman has drafted, Devontae Smith, hands down. That speaks for itself. That's a hit. The best tight end, Zach Ertz, and he also drafted Dallas Goedert. Now, the best offensive lineman that he's drafted, you could go Stoutland University, Mailata, Landon, Kelsey, Isaac Sayamalu, Lane Johnson. You know, it speaks for itself. Two best edge rushers he's drafted, Josh Sweat, Brandon Graham. Guys have made Pro Bowls. Brandon Graham, 15-year player. That's great. You know, the best defensive tackles he's drafted, Fletcher Cox, Jalen Carter. And you still got Jordan Davis. You don't know what he's going to be yet. You know what I mean? You still got what's my guy? Milton Williams. You know, you got some great prospects still there that's at the beginning of their budding careers. I'm not mad at it. But this is where it gets sticky at. The best linebacker, Michael Kendricks. Now, Michael Kendricks wasn't trash, but then after that is Nathan Gary. The best cornerbacks you drafted, Jalen Mills, Rasul Douglas. Now, Jalen Mills played a part in the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Mills became a crowd favorite as the Green Goblin. You know what I mean? Rasul Douglas did make a Pro Bowl over there, resurrect his career in Green Bay. But is that really impressive? Jalen Mills, Rasul Douglas, no All-Pros there. Nate Allen, Kurt Coleman, those are the guys at safety. So it's clear to see that when you get to linebacker and back, Howie Roseman struggles. And I think Nate Allen was a second-round pick. You know what I mean? Howie Roseman struggles there. So maybe we should start taking some of these guys earlier, or maybe we should start, using our tools in the draft to get some of this. Jordan Hicks is the next best LB. Jordan Hicks on there? I didn't see Jordan Hicks on the list. But I forgot about Jordan Hicks. Jordan Hicks would definitely be up there for sure. You know what I mean? Very, very, very productive career. And honestly, you could even think about homie that went to the Bears last year. TJ Edwards. You know what I mean? TJ Edwards is a dog up there as well. So, Howie Roseman has drafted some great linebackers, but not keeping TJ Edwards, things like that is what hurts you. You know what I mean? So he's drafted some guys, but TJ Edwards, yeah, Jordan Hicks for sure, but TJ Edwards was more of a project. He didn't pan out immediately. You know what I'm saying? We had to wait for TJ Edwards. And then by the time when TJ Edwards showed us that he was ready to be, a starting caliber player, we didn't want to pay him. We didn't want to pay him. You know what I mean? Marcus Epps, should have definitely kept Marcus Epps. We didn't want to pay him. You know what I mean? So it got to be some soul searching that goes on, in this year's draft. You got the 22nd pick, your roster already loaded. You got to reach for somebody at 22 if you want me to be for real. You got to reach. Like if you want Edgerrin Cooper, you got to take him at 22. He going to be there at 22. He might not be there at 50. If that's your guy, this is the draft. You got a Super Bowl window, bro. This is the draft where you say, I got to get my guy. I got to get my guy. You don't need to draft a project at 22. You don't need to draft nobody's replacement at 22. You need to draft somebody that's ready to contribute right now. Go get your guy. If Edgerrin Cooper is your guy, some people think that's a reach at 22. Go get him. Don't draft an offensive tackle who got to sit behind guys that's already on Stoutland University. Don't draft Lane Johnson replacement at 22. Lane Johnson trying to win this year with multiple years on his deal. Draft a difference maker now. You know what I mean? Draft a difference maker now. That's what this boiled down to. Are you going to draft difference makers now, or are you going to keep shelving guys? Draft a difference maker now. You drafted Devontae Smith. That's a difference maker. Draft difference makers now. You drafted Jalen Carter. That was a difference maker. You got to draft difference makers, man, if you want to win a Super Bowl. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I understand. I feel how people. I feel y'all with the Jeremiah Trotter Jr. stuff. I feel y'all on that. It's a good name, but that's more of a project if we being for real. That's more of a project. Is he pro ready? Is he ready to contribute right away to a Super Bowl team? I don't know. And if y'all just tuning in, man, I need everybody to go to all streaming platforms. Me and D'Angelo Xavier are single, got some off the upcoming project, Days on York, Nights in Norfolk, coming in August. The single came out last night, midnight. I need y'all to run it up. Y'all already know, man. Y'all already know how we giving it up, man. Go over there and run it up, man, because y'all support is going to, push the needle for everything that's going on. Trust me on that. You know what I'm saying? We have 2 rings if we have a legit number 3 wide receiver. I mean, you got 2 rings if you have probably a competent defensive coordinator. You know what I mean? You got 2 rings if a lot of stuff happened. I'm not even gonna blame it on the wide receiver. If you get Jalen Hurts the ball back with 5 minutes left, you got another Super Bowl. Because I believe Jalen Hurts was gonna put his life on the line to win that game, bro. His life on the line. As good as he was playing, life on the line to win that game. He was locked in like never before. Had his best performance as a pro in that game. Locked in. In the biggest moments, that's when Jalen Hurts show up. So, I'm not going to just blame it on Quez Watkins, but, I think you got your wide receiver 3. I like that kid, Paris Campbell, for sure. For sure, that's a guy I like. You know what I mean? I like that guy for sure. But, but back to the draft, man, it's getting closer and closer and closer. It's actually on my birthday, April 25th. You know what I mean? The Philadelphia Eagles got to draft somebody that's ready to contribute. You know what I mean? I don't want to hear none of these experts and none of the things of that nature say stuff like, oh, he ain't going to be there at 22. Like, none of y'all don't know what's going to happen at 22, so y'all could be quiet. You know what I mean? If you like somebody a lot and he's projected as a second-round pick, go reach for him at 22 if he's going to be a difference maker. If you think Koolaid is going to be a difference maker, go grab him at 22. Go grab him at 22. I ain't mad at it, man. As long as listen, I don't care who we draft at 22. As long as he's starting. As long as he's starting. You feel what I'm saying? Night Rider, thank you for the super chat. That joint fire. I also think we could get Jay Verse at 22. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, man, for streaming the music. I mean, yeah, we probably can get Jay Verse at 22, but I need somebody that's gonna play right away. You know what I'm saying? We got Cam Jurgens at 51. That like your first round and your second round pick, they gotta play right away. It gotta be a linebacker, bro, and it gotta be a cornerback. That's why I want Cooper Dejean, because Cooper Dejean is going to play right away. He's going to play right away. Cooper Dejean is going to play right away. Right away, he's going to play. You need a slot corner with the versatility of Cooper Dejean. He's going to play right away. Go get him, bro. Go get Cooper Dejean. Let him play in the slot. Let him get some of them safety reps. He's going to play right away. I think Cooper Dejean is better than Reed Blankenship, and Reed Blankenship, my guy. ALB, where does McPherson fit as a corner in this defense? Practice squad? Practice squad? No disrespect. Ain't he coming off like a tear? Practice squad for him. Practice squad for him. You know what I'm saying? The only reason why I don't want to go get Koolaid is because I like Eli Ricks, and I think Eli Ricks needs more opportunities on the outside year 2. I'm cool with riding with Eli Ricks. I want Cooper Dejean because Cooper Dejean could come in and play the slot. We had Eli Ricks in the slot last year. Barbecued. Eli was getting barbecued in the slot. Eli was getting that's not what Eli supposed to be. And we supposed to be able to acknowledge that and know that. If we're going to set people up for success, we got to set them up for success the right way. You know what I'm saying? You tripping about Reed. I like Reed because Reed is a ball hawk, and I think CJ will bring the best out of Reed. For sure, I think CJ will bring the best out of Reed. But Reed was lost a lot in year 2, yo. Reed was lost a lot in year 2. Koolaid way better than Ricks, though. I mean, Koolaid might be better than Ricks, but Koolaid or Ricks can't play slot. We still hoping that Maddox can, you know, have the season that we know he can have. Koolaid or Ricks can't play slot. You gotta have somebody to defend the slot in the National Football League. Because if you don't have nobody that's going to defend the slot, you got people that's going to move CD Lamb around to find the best matchup. We got to be impenetrable. We got to have a defense that's just impregnable. You know what I'm saying? Like what Mike Tyson say? You know what I'm saying? Whatever he said. We got to have that. We got to have that, bro. You can't move nobody around. If you want him at the X or the Y, you're going to run into Slay. You're going to run into a more focused Bradbury or whatever the case may be, because since Bradbury's staying. If you want to move somebody to the slot, it's not going to be Sweet there. We got Cooper Dejean, young, hungry. You know what I'm saying? If you bring in Koolaid, to me, that means James Bradbury moving to the slot. Barbecue. Barbecue. That's barbecue to me. James Bradbury's not good in the slot. That's barbecue to me, man. Oh, I forgot about Rodgers. Isaiah Rodgers. I forgot about Rodgers. You know what I mean? I think the NFL forgot about Rodgers for real. I think Rodgers gonna wake some people up too. But you know, I think Rodgers' job is gonna be some of this kick return stuff. Some of this kick return stuff. You know what I mean? Although what's his name was super solid. What was our punt returner name? Dude was super solid last year. You know what I mean? I think Rodgers could take that job from him. Miss Stovall says Slay overrated. My guy Dumphy, what's up, Dumphy? He said Slay not buns. I ain't say Slay was buns though. That's not. I don't think Slay buns. And you know, man, I think Slay low key mad at me for real, man. I think Slay mad at me, man, because I was talking about the tackling, man. I had to keep it a bean. I gotta keep it a bean. I don't like how the corners was tackling. Specifically Slay too. Like I mean, I gotta keep it a bean, man. You just got to. But Slay definitely not buns in coverage. You know what I mean? Slay is definitely not buns. And you know, it really ain't Slay's job to tackle, I guess, per se. But you know, when that ball in the air, I trust Slay. I still trust Slay. A lot of people over Slay. They say Slay overrated. I trust Slay. Oh, comment above. You said it. Let me give my guy Dunphy a wrench. Me and Dunphy, the collab coming real soon, too. The collab coming real soon. You know what I mean? What y'all think about Gainwell? What y'all think about Gainwell? Kenneth Gainwell. You know what I mean? Kenneth Gainwell putting out a lot of workout videos right now, looking slow as molasses. But that's my dog too. You know what I mean? You know, he looking like he got a piano on his back. You know what I mean? Do you think the Philadelphia Eagles need to invest in the RB2 in this draft? You know what I mean? I don't think Gainwell trash though. You know what I mean? Maybe like you gotta watch them guys who put out everybody put out good training tapes. Everybody put out good training tapes, and none of it materializes to the field. So I'm not holding it against them. I seen Kenneth Gainwell run the ball really well in the postseason. I seen Kenneth Gainwell run the ball really well in the postseason. So, you know, corners making almost $30 million, not worth it. That's a fact. You know what I mean? That's a fact. That's a fact. But Gainwell got to show us something, man. Gainwell definitely got to show us something. Draft a physical running back. You need a good compliment for Saquon. Thoughts on Jalen Hurts during the presser? He said he was a born Cowboys fan. Well, I don't give a damn if he said that or not. That's my thoughts. My thoughts is he played for the Philadelphia Eagles. That's my thoughts. That's my thoughts. Jalen Hurts could be born whatever he was. He played for the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't want bro getting more carries than our starter point blank period. Man, that'll only happen if, God forbid, Saquon get hurt. Are you out on Justin Simmons? I'm not out on Justin Simmons. I just think it would be overkill. You know what I mean? I think it'll be overkill. I think if you get Justin Simmons, you know what I mean? I think Gardner Johnson played a lot of slot this year, and I like Gardner Johnson coming downhill from the safety position. You know what I mean? I'm not out on him, but, you know, if we get him, cool. Will Quez be missed? Nah. Quez was losing in the favor of the people, man. Once you lose the fan base and then you don't do nothing to get it back, like perform, then it's good riddance, man. You know how that go. Don, what up? You know what I mean? Jalen Hurts from Texas. So, you know, if he was a Cowboys fan, you know, can't be mad. You know what I'm saying? Facts. Definitely can't be mad. You know what I mean? 304 people in the building, man. I just want to tell y'all again, go to all streaming platforms and stream Got Some, myself featuring D'Angelo Xavier. Just dropped at midnight. Fire, bar heavy. You know how we giving it up. The project coming out in August. Days on York, nights in Norfolk. You don't want to miss this. Go ahead and run it up, man. Maddox a dog in a slot. He just got to stay healthy. I mean, Maddox ain't, you're right, Dunphy. Maddox ain't bad in the slot. And I think Maddox is an underrated tackler for sure. He just really got to stay healthy, dog. I think Maddox got to play like a good 5 games straight to get his game legs back. Because when you're trying to rush somebody back, you know what I mean? KP Black, he said, LB, I really appreciate your content. I appreciate that, bro. Big lunchtime. ZTV, what up? You know, we're going to get back to it. We're going to get back to like 3 of these a week. I've been slacking. I've been in the studio, man. Quez will be missed by every QB who throws to the right spot. He's a bum. That was harsh. LB, what you think about the D-line? I love the D-line. Jalen Carter, you know what I'm saying? I like Bryce Huff. I like Sweat. You got 2 edge rushers, both capable of getting you 10 sacks a season. Jordan Davis got to step up, but I think Milton Williams will definitely shine. I love the fact we brought BG back, who also can move all around that line. I like the D-line, man. I would have loved to get another year out of Fletch, though. I would have loved to get another year out of Fletch for sure. You know what I mean? My guy Perry said, we know you on your grind. You already know. The defense going to look way better than people would think. I agree. Profit Time, been a member for 27 months. What up? I feel unusually comfortable going. Man, this motherfucker, man. Call my jack, bro. Oh, we back. Which linebacker should we get into? I think you need to reach for one now. I think you need to reach now. I think you need to go get Edgerrin Cooper now. If you want a linebacker that bad, you shouldn't wait till 2. Like you trying to win a Super Bowl now. Go grab him. Go grab him. You shouldn't wait. LB, who your favorite prospect? My favorite prospect, Cooper Dejean. I ain't gonna lie. That's a good question, Don. My favorite prospect, Cooper Dejean. I seen people saying a lot of ignorant stuff about Cooper Dejean. They don't want him because he white. Bro, Cooper Dejean film is crazy. My favorite prospect is Cooper Dejean, bro. He could do everything. He could return punts. He could line up at the depth of a safety. He could play outside. He could tackle, ball hawk, pick sixes, whatever. Everything is on the film, bro. Cooper Dejean is my favorite prospect. But I understand the politics and not taking Cooper Dejean 22. I understand why it might not happen. Over Nate Wiggins, yes, I like Cooper Dejean. Y'all gonna come back to this. Y'all gonna be sick. I like Cooper Dejean, bro. You wouldn't want an edge rusher in the first? No, I don't want an edge rusher in the first. I don't want a rotational piece. You parted ways with Hassan Reddick. That told me right there that you expect Nolan Smith to come out here and start cooking. I don't want nobody that's going to get thrown in the mix of a rotation. That's not a difference maker. You paid Burns. He's supposed to be a difference maker. Sweat supposed to be a difference maker this year. Nolan Smith supposed to step up, difference maker. You had another guy. What are you going to do? Edgerrin Cooper will be a day one start. A day one start next to the guy we got from the Bucks. A day one start. It's edge rushers throughout the third round in this draft that could come in and be, rotational. You know what I mean? Sidney Brown flowing under the radar, and he said last week he's ready to participate. He's ready to practice already. He's a gym rat, excited. Yeah, I almost forgot about Sidney Brown. Dunphy, you're right. I almost forgot about Sidney Brown. I really almost forgot about Sidney Brown. I really did. Who the center week one? Cam Jurgens. LB, did you watch WrestleMania? Philly showed up. No, I ain't watch. I ain't gonna lie, man. I ain't watch wrestling since like the days of Stone Cold and The Rock. For real. Like I used to really, really be in it when Stone Cold was him. When it was Stone Cold, The Rock, Triple H. You know what I mean? Now, I granted, some of them guys are still around, but like I don't know none of the new guys. Cooper might be more athletic than Reed, and Reed is a dog. Yeah, Cooper. I like Cooper. LB, is Nakobe done at linebacker? Hey, man, if Nakobe Dean don't show up this year, he done. He done in Philly, I'll tell you that. That's a fact. Definitely been in the lab, man. I don't like. I had a little time to watch TV, but what I've been watching? I've been watching Shogun on Hulu. I like Shogun. I'm done with the first season. I don't know if the second one out. I've been, I gotta choose my time wisely. Y'all see me back? I'm back in the truck. Making videos. LB, you think Huff gonna show up this season? I do. I think Huff is gonna get like 12 to 14. You know what I mean? I think Huff gonna get about 12 to 14. You think Smitty get AJ money? He got to. He got to get AJ money. I saw 4 years, 98 mil for Smitty. That would be 24 and a half. 24 and a half. Oh, first season not done. Right, they still previewing episodes. You're right, first season not done. How I feel about Jordan Davis? I mean, I feel like he got to show us. He's real productive against stopping the run, though. You can't deny that. If you're expecting Jordan Davis to get sacks, you're never going to see that. But when Jordan Davis on the field, nobody should be breaking off a 4-yard run up the gut. Nobody should be breaking over a 4-yard scamper. You think Sirianni going to last with no control? Sirianni going to find a way to get some control. I saw people hating on Smitty like he don't deserve the bag. I'm so sick of the haters, bro. How could you? Lad. Lad McConkey, a dog. Lad might be my second best prospect. Lad reminds me of Julian Edelman, Brandon Stokely. Lad reminds me of every dog out the slot the last 20 years, bro. The last 20 years. I think Lad McConkey, I'm going to go on record right now. I think Lad McConkey is a top 3 wide receiver in this year's draft. I don't give a damn. Marvin Harrison, Neighbors, I think Lad McConkey going to be better than one of them two. I'm telling you, bro. I think Lad McConkey going to be better than one of them two. Lad McConkey is a top 3 wide receiver out this year's draft. How I forgot about Lad? You know what I mean? Lad might be my favorite prospect. But Ladd and Cooper Dejean are definitely up there for sure. I like Colson from Michigan, the linebacker. Ladd McConkey route running is crazy. His speed, the short area quickness, man. Ladd a dog for sure. Marvin gonna be better than his pops. Stop, man. Come on, what are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about? Marvin Harrison Jr. not gonna be better than Marvin Harrison, bro. What are we talking about, bro? I hate when y'all do that. Stop. Ladd remind me of Cooper Kupp. Marvin Harrison Jr. not gonna be better than his dad, dog. Do y'all know who Marvin Harrison was? I know the real Marvin Harrison, the Marvin Harrison that sit outside on the stoop in Philly with the gangsters. I know the real Marvin Harrison. Marvin Harrison on the football field, we all should know. We all should know who that is. I think Marvin might have had like 10 straight 1,000-yard seasons. Marvin is a dog. Marvin Harrison Jr. ain't gonna be on that level. I tell you that right now. I'd be surprised if Jr. on that level. I'd be surprised if Jr. on that level. He's way more athletic than his dad. He will be better, no question. That don't mean nothing, though, bro. That don't mean nothing, bro. That don't mean nothing, man. That y'all get blinded by the athleticism. There's a lot of people more athletic than Smitty. But when you're a wide receiver and you can run routes and you got hands, you don't need to be athletic. Some positions you could just be a technician. Always in the right place at the right time. Knowing how to stem up somebody on a route and get open. So you just could be a technician and be dangerous. You could be a technician, man. It's a lot of people that was more athletic than Marvin Harrison back in the day. T.O., you know what I'm saying? All of them guys. I don't know nothing about Jerry Rice's son. Don't he have to lose weight? Who got to lose weight, Miss Stovall? Campbell is an underrated move, I agree. Very underrated move. He has everything. There's no flaw in his game. That's why he's the best wide receiver in his draft. He's the next Megatron. Watch. Who? Who the next Megatron? Marvin Harrison Jr.? I don't know, bro. I don't know. D-Lo said we doing a listen party out Philly. We probably could do we could do a listening party out Philly. I'll find a venue. When we get all the music done, for sure. For sure, when we get all the music done. I get the crazy mansion Airbnb, invite the hood. Nick loves Colts players. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm just not buying all the Marvin Harrison Jr. hype. I would love to be wrong, though. Stephanie Bashears, what's up? You know what I mean? I don't know, though, man. But, yo, I'm going to let y'all go, man. I'm going to finish out this work day real quick. Man, hopefully ain't nobody looking for me. You know what I'm saying? More content coming for sure. All weekend, we're going to be talking about it. I need y'all to do me a favor. Go to Apple Music. Type in Lord Brunson. You're going to see the single. Came out today. Got Some. Featuring myself and D'Angelo Xavier. I need y'all to play it. Then play it again. Then play it again. Then play it again. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's the only assignment. Run it up. Run it up.